Hey guys, happy Memorial Day from Casa del Cosby. Kind of wanted to just start the week off by welcoming you into week two of our course together. You guys have successfully completed all of the requirements for week one. So again, if we're just reviewing week one and the requirements to successfully complete that, they were here. So you guys had five overall homework assignments. One of my favorites, I mean, there were two. When I was putting this class together, I couldn't have envisioned that these two assignments would have been as good as they were. The first one was the discussion board. When I put that discussion board together, I was thinking, they're going to hate this. Like, they're literally not going to like it. And some of you probably didn't. But then I went into the discussion board to actually grade them. And I know most of you guys just think I just go 20, 20, 20, 20 and just give you points and I don't read these, but I do. I actually sat out loud and read them to my 12-year-old and my husband because I was so impressed with the depth of the discussion boards and the level to which you guys took it. So thank you for each of you who poured into this and really truly at the heart of it now understand why interprofessional experience and practice is so important to the field of athletic training. Creates this holistic global approach to treating athletes efficiently and effectively. And I'm hoping that's what you got out of week one. But then I went into the assignments for week one and I looked at all of your interviews. And for the most part, I couldn't have been more impressed with the people that you chose. Some of you chose people that weren't on the list. Many of you chose people that were on the list. Dr. Sawyer was by far the most popular person who was selected to interview. But the moral of the story is you all chose people, most of you chose these people and you didn't know them. And some of the interactions were way awkward, but you all handled them very well. I was proud. I received several emails back to me regarding how professional some of our students were. So here's what I'm hoping you got out of week one. Number one, you now know what interprofessional education and practice looks like. And hopefully from our Zoom meeting, you'll take something away from that and you'll be able to interact with interprofessional professionals outside of the field of athletic training. And this created somewhat of just a stepping stone to show you that it doesn't take much to reach out and to get to know another professional. It's pretty easy to do. Now we're moving into week two of the course, and so now we're at interprofessional experience. It was built that way intentionally, and now the goal of week two is to start talking about the pre-participation physical examination. The pre-participation physical examination, most often in the program, happens in year two for you guys. It's the year where you guys get to actually run the pre-participation physical examinations, or at least a component of it. You're literally assigned to that component and you do it for the entire pre-participation physical examination. But one thing that we know about the pre-participation physical examination, you guys, is that it is an interprofessional collaboration. You have orthopedic physicians, you have PAs, you have nurse practitioners, you have athletic trainers, certainly, right? You have a general med practitioner all in one room, assessing different components of your student athletes, making sure they're well enough to compete, right? And so the goal of this week is, again, to make sure you understand all of the components of the pre-participation physical examination. And in order to do that, I had to break it down into two different lectures. The first lecture I did not create, but I watched all of it, and I really, truly felt like it was the one lecture that I could find that gave us the overarching view of what it looked like to do pre-participation physical examinations in the field of athletic training. That's the big deal, in the field of athletic training, because they look so different than if you were to go into a physician's office and get a physical examination, right? So what I want you to do as you're watching this video is compare what your physical exam looked like when you went into your physician's office and what it will actually look like for your student athletes when they walk into your clinic come this fall, right? The second component to this, it was a component that I felt was lacking in the actual video called PPE components, and that's the vitals. Most often athletic training students are stuck at the vitals section. So the vital section could be blood pressure. It certainly could be like a visual acuity check. So I kind of honed in on those in my lecture so that you'd get the whole piece to pre-participation physical exams. So as we're going into week two, I do want to alert you because you have a lot due on Sunday. And some of you will wait until Sunday to do it all. And some of you will break it up piece by piece. Doesn't matter as long as it gets done. But you do have 4 assignments that will be due on Sunday. The one assignment for Thursday is just your participation in the actual Zoom course where we will talk about PPEs. So watching those lectures will become important to our discussion or enriching our discussion for our Zoom session on Thursday. What I do want to draw your attention to is the Seesaw assignment. It's the first time that I've done Seesaw. I admit that to you all. It's the first time that many of you have engaged or interacted with Seesaw. So I wouldn't wait until Sunday to do this assignment, because if there's something wrong with the app, if there's something wrong with your computer, then that means you won't be able to turn it in on time. So please attempt to get that assignment done sometime midweek. So that way, if you have an issue with the app, that I can help you out as best as I can to make sure it gets turned in on time. And then last but not least, the bigger assignment for this is that pre-participation physical examination concept mapping. And you guys did this for me in 6087. So go back to that homework assignment. And if I gave you feedback, make sure that you're improving upon the assignments from the other classes, right? Make sure you're writing in medical terminology. Make sure it's at a high grad level, right? I want to see that you're thinking like critical thinkers, not like that you're thinking like an undergrad student, right? I can now say that now that Kendall and Danielle are graduated, right? You're thinking at a higher level. You're getting ready to graduate from this program next May, and you're getting ready to practice as an athletic trainer. So I want to see that you're thinking like a professional rather than thinking like a student, right? So all that to say, I hope you guys are enjoying time with your family. I am certainly trying to figure out what that looks like in the context of quarantine. We're getting ready to go down to the bay to play in the water for a little bit. So I hope you're enjoying this time off. I look forward to seeing you in Zoom on Thursday, but certainly you can reach out to me anytime during the week or throughout the week if you have any questions. I've clicked on all of the links to make sure that they work, but if something's broken, please do not hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Happy Memorial Day, guys.